Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Wilson, rolling to his right. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Akers. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Akers again. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Now Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On third down, Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Benson Mayowa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, here's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a seventh and eighth. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
Flushed out right. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That completes it again to Metcalf. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
On first down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 7 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Now it's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Again, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Jackson now to return.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. effort. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles. And
he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they move the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Jackson now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Jackson now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still looking to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now it's Stafford. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he fends him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Third and long, it's Stafford. That's caught by Jackson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson.
And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. To throw is Wilson. A little short pass. This is Everett. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now left side on this swing pass.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the interception, here's Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jackson now to return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford going up top for Kupp.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The Rams on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, it's Stafford. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Further. Check 41. Watch the run.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Jackson now to return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've